Let's dive right into this explainer and pull back the curtain on a massive, perfectly engineered industry secret that's probably hiding right in your child's lunchbox today. Look, we all want to fuel our families with the best nutrition possible, but as we unpack the data today, you're going to see that the modern grocery aisle, well, it's a bit of a minefield.
You know, you might honestly think you're making all the right nutritional choices for your kids. You grab those snacks with the bright, happy fruit on the box, the ones proudly slapping words like wholesome or all natural right on the front. But the reality of modern processed food is, frankly, deeply alarming. We're going to break down exactly how the processed food industry formulates and markets these everyday products to us.
To start things off with a pretty shocking reality check, let's look at an absolute lunchbox staple: fruit snacks. Those popular, gummy little fruit snacks masquerading as a healthy choice? Well, analyses by the Environmental Working Group reveal they're actually 32% sugar by weight. I mean, think about that for a second. Almost a third of that tiny pouch is just pure, unadulterated sugar, literally posing as a serving of fruit. No way, right?
To put that into perspective, let's look at the big picture. The American Heart Association recommends a strict limit of just 25 grams of added sugar a day for children ages 2 to 18. That's about 6 teaspoons. Yet the average child in the United States consumes a staggering 76 grams. That is 19 teaspoons of added sugar every single day. This chronic caloric excess is so massive that it leaves virtually no room left for the essential micronutrients or dietary fiber a growing body actually needs.
So how are we getting this so incredibly wrong? Well, this massive sugar surplus is driven largely by something researchers call the health halo effect. It is a wildly powerful psychological marketing tactic. When you see a single positive claim on a box, like organic, natural, or added vitamins, it actually tricks well-meaning, totally time-strapped parents into perceiving the whole entire product as significantly healthier than its actual nutritional profile indicates.
And you know, parents are absolutely starting to catch on to this deception. I love this quote from a frustrated parent in a recent qualitative study because it just perfectly hits the nail on the head. They said, "Marketing people know how to market. All natural. Oh, 100% of vitamin C. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but also 100% of your sugar for the day." The marketing is working exactly as intended, putting a literal halo over a product that is, at its core, just confectionery.
And don't even get me started on the phrase "no added sugar," because it is incredibly deceptive. Studies show that parents trust this label completely, assuming it means the food is low in sugar. But when you look closely at the reality, it's a different story. These products, especially things like baby and toddler purees, they're often packed with highly concentrated intrinsic sugars and fruit juice concentrates. You see, the processing breaks down the whole structure of the fruit, intensely concentrating the sugar and totally stripping away the protective fiber.
Which brings us to Section 2. Spotting the sugar bombs, everyday foods in disguise.
First up, dinner time. Picture this. You're serving up some seemingly savory barbecue sauce slathered on grilled chicken. Well, that can pack up to 10 grams of hidden sugar in just 2 measly tablespoons. That's literally the equivalent of tearing open almost 2.5 packets of sugar and pouring them right over your family's chicken. It's essentially just a mixture of ketchup, vinegar, and molasses.
Okay, what about dairy? While plain yogurt is an absolutely fantastic, nutrient-dense food, those incredibly convenient little tubes of flavored kids' yogurt, they're a completely different story. A standard pediatric serving of 3 tubes, which, let's be real, kids can suck down in about 2 minutes, delivers 18 grams of added cane sugar. That one quick snack eats up almost 75% of a child's entire daily recommended sugar allowance.
Another brilliant illustration of this whole deception is the trusty granola bar. I mean, they are constantly marketed to us as wholesome, active lifestyle snacks featuring oats and real fruit. But honestly, frequently they are just oats glued together by glucose syrups. Some of the most popular brands out there deliver around 11 grams of added sugar per tiny little bar. From a metabolic standpoint, many of these are absolutely just candy bars in a clever disguise.
Moving on to Section 3, the physical cost: what sugar does to a child's body.
So the absolutely crucial point here is what this constant sugar barrage actually does to their organs, and specifically the liver. Shockingly, early childhood sugar exposure is rapidly driving up rates of pediatric non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Just look at this alarming trend line. Infants consuming more than 2 sugary drinks a day face a staggering 3.02-fold increased odds of developing fatty liver disease by age 10. We are literally seeing severe, long-term organ damage in elementary school children. And cardiovascular health takes a massive hit as well.
Kids who drink more than 10% of their daily calories from added sugars trigger severe metabolic disruption. Their bad LDL cholesterol and triglycerides shoot up, while their heart-protective HDL cholesterol actually drops. This glycemic disruption sets the stage for arterial stiffness, chronic hypertension, and a vastly increased risk of type 2 diabetes down the road. It's a real game changer for their future health.
And we definitely can't forget about oral health here. In the mouth, sticky processed starches, like those fruit leathers, gummies, and even dried cranberries, they resist being naturally cleared away by saliva. Instead, they get packed right into dental crevices, providing a constant sticky feast for bacteria. These bacteria then ferment the sugars into lactic acid, creating localized zones that rapidly destroy primary and even permanent teeth.
Now, pause for a second. You've probably heard the old saying that sugar makes kids bounce off the walls, right? Actually, scratch that. Here's where we bust that myth completely. Medical research has completely debunked the old wives' tale that acute sugar consumption causes pediatric hyperactivity. The real danger isn't a temporary behavioral rush at all. It's a silent, systemic metabolic disruption. It's the unseen, lasting damage to the liver, the heart, and the teeth that we were just discussing.
So how do we fight back? Section 4. The counterattack. Decoding the ingredient list.
First things first, you have to remember the golden rule of nutrition labels, which is standard across global regulatory bodies. Ingredients are listed by their ingoing weight. That means whatever appears first makes up the bulk of the food. If you flip a package over and you see a sugar derivative in those first 3 ingredients, you are holding a dessert, period, no matter what the shiny front of the box claims.
Next, you absolutely must learn to recognize the industry's aliases. There are over 60 different names for sugar used on food labels today. It's like it has a bunch of fake IDs. Look at this list: maltose, dextrose, high fructose corn syrup, and evaporated cane juice. And you really gotta watch out for those sneaky ones that sound super healthy, like organic tapioca syrup or fruit juice concentrates. Spoiler alert, your child's liver processes them all the exact same way.
Let's wrap this up with Section 5, Smart Swaps, taking back the lunchbox.
The good news is you can instantly slash a massive amount of sugar today with these 3 straightforward steps. First, replace juice, yes, even that 100% juice, with water and plain milk. Second, ditch those pre-flavored yogurts. Instead, just buy plain yogurt and mix in your own fresh fruit or maybe a tiny drizzle of honey. And third, always prioritize fiber-rich whole fruit over concentrated fruit purees, leathers, or gummies. The fiber in whole fruit naturally regulates how the body absorbs those natural sugars.
Look, the food industry spends millions to keep that health halo shining bright, intentionally hiding sugar where you least expect to find it. But now you have the knowledge to see right through the packaging. So my question to you is, knowing how carefully they hide it, what is the very first swap you're going to make to protect your child's health on your very next grocery run?